for academic success for the Alamo Colleges District. At the Alamo Colleges District, it is our mission to empower our diverse communities for success. And with that in mind, we are so excited to announce we will be offering free textbook rentals during the spring 2022 and summer 2022 semesters to both returning and new students. This morning, you will be hearing from our board chair, Dr. Jean Sprague, our chancellor, Dr. Mike Flores, Talia Christian, Northeast Lakeview College student and student trustee alternate, and Mark Eckhart, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships for Barnes & Noble College, who is helping make all of this happen. Thanks again for everyone being here this morning. Now to kick things off and tell you more about this novel idea, I would like to welcome Dr. Jean Sprague, Alamo College's board chair, to say a few words. Dr. Sprague.
Well, good morning. I am Dr. Jean Sprague. I bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees. I'd like to recognize the trustees that are present with us this morning. Our Vice Chair, Yvonne Katz, Dr. Yvonne Katz, Joe Alvaretti Jr.,
District 1.
District 1, and District 2 Trustee, Gloria Ray, and our Assistant Secretary, our Student Trustee, Asia Leha, and we also have our other alternate Student Trustee with us, Talia Christian. This is an exciting time for us. It represents a progression in success strategies, student success strategies that the board and the chancellor working together have moved toward along the way. I've been on the board for 28 years, as some people like to mention every once in a while. They say you're the oldest trustee on the board. Not quite true, but nevertheless. But I'm continually amazed at how the district is consistently looking to alleviate the costs for our students. We have many programs that are aimed at that thing in terms of bringing back students that have had problems paying their tuition in the past. All sorts of incentive programs, working with the federal government on their funding programs. I had COVID funding to help out. So I'm proud to be part of this Alamo Books launch, which will provide free textbook rentals to our 65,000 plus students across all our campuses. The Alamo Colleges not only offers a high value education, but we offer the most affordable academic and career education in all of South Texas. That was, of course, on the top of all of our minds when the board passed this initiative for our students. We know that making this $17 million investment through COVID relief funds will make a difference for many of our students, I hope all of our students, that are still going through the effects of the pandemic. But this has been a challenge not only during the pandemic, but before the pandemic with the cost of books. I'd just like to mention a former trustee that this was a passion that he had. He passed away a few years ago, but Jim Reinfuss, this was a passion that he had. Let's get to free or low cost books for our students. This program will allow this to happen. At the start of the pandemic, and realizing the students had many challenges, Okay. They have many challenges. Let's see, I'm going to catch the rest of these remarks without leaving out anything important. Outside of their academic studies, the district was able to utilize COVID relief funds to ramp up its student support services, in which we have many. People concentrate on tuition and fees, but books, support services in terms of their daily living costs are also a concern of ours, and we have support for that within the district. Through these funds, the district was able to help its students with their most basic needs to address food insecurity, housing assistance, healthcare, and even mental health counseling and emergency assistance. We know that this is the same concept we are applying to Alamo Books by offering the free textbook rentals. We ultimately want our students to succeed and prosper in our community. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would like to acknowledge all of the work that has been done behind the scenes to make Alamo Books possible. This is a lot of work, and a lot of our staff, Barnes & Noble cooperation, have been critical to this initiative. So thank you to our Chancellor, Dr. Mike Flores, our Barnes & Noble colleagues, our faculty and staff, and especially our students, which are always part of the conversation as we look for ways to provide universal access to educational materials. So thank you all for this opportunity to address this, and welcome to a very exciting venture in Alamo Colleges. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sprague. We are fortunate to have the visionary leadership of our Alamo Colleges board and our Chancellor, Dr. Mike Flores. So without any further ado, Dr. Mike Flores, Chancellor, Alamo Colleges.
All right, good morning. Good morning, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
All right. This is, I think as Dr. Sprague mentioned, this is an exciting morning. It's an exciting day. This is a big deal. So I think the board, with their support over many years, and in fact, being able to bring this through fruition, I think is significant. And it's a first of its kind initiative for us here at Alamo Colleges District to be able to directly impact student success and directly lighten the load on our students. And so I just want to underscore that moment. Why is it celebratory as we announce Alamo Books Plus? Because what we're doing is we're providing universal access to educational materials. We're ensuring, and we've done many things to remove the cost of education as a barrier, but we're ensuring once students enroll, once they get ready for their classes, that the cost of a book of instructional materials is no longer a barrier for them. So what does it mean? What does it look like for students? And why is this so significant? Why is this strategic partnership with Barnes & Noble College a big deal? The College Board surveyed students, and they found two things. One is that community college students in particular are spending close to $1,500 annually on instructional materials. That $1,500 is actually the cost that we charge for one semester of classes. So students are spending $3,000 a year full-time with us, and then they're spending half that amount, almost $1,500, on instructional materials that they may get anywhere to be able to ensure that they're successful. So $1,500 a year. And the College Board also found, and the U.S. Center for Public Interest Research Group found in a survey last year of 2,000 students that 66% of them did not buy a textbook because of the high cost. 2/3 of enrolled college students did not buy a textbook because it costs too much. And when they did seek to procure that book or instructional material, they often, in focus groups with faculty and students at Alamo colleges, we discovered they would themselves seek ways to purchase the book. They didn't have it, they dropped the class, or they'd have to work more hours outside of their school load and their familial commitments. So what we're doing is continuing on our student success journey, as Dr. Sprague emphasized. We're ensuring that we're removing, not only by providing no to low cost undergraduate tuition, but now we're removing that other impediment of the high cost of instructional materials for them. It's a $17 million investment that we're making. So I want to thank our Board of Trustees for their approval. So Dr. Sprague, Dr. Katz, Mr. Alderete, Ms. Ray, Ms. Leha, Ms. Christian, and our trustees for approving that direct investment of $17 million, because the board knows and our team knows that it's going to directly make an impact in student success and how critical that is. I really want to thank my colleagues for them during this last year, really focusing intently on this work. I want to thank Dr. Raley, our Vice Chancellor for Academic Success, working with our Associate Vice Chancellors who are here in Academic Success, so Ruth Dalrymple and Luke Dowden. And I want to thank the gentleman here, one of our colleagues, the gentleman in the red coat, Philip Anaya, and actually for their work this year, because what they did is they had a series of conversations with faculty throughout all of our 5 colleges, St. Philip's, which we're here today, as well as our other 4 colleges, to determine what were the best solutions to ensure that we supported our students and that our faculty would be able to focus intently on instruction with students in the classroom, in person or virtually, to ensure that they had the requisite supplies and resources to be successful. So our academic success team, working with our college presidents and academic success teams at all 5 of the colleges and our faculty, were able to determine best solutions. One of those solutions is what we are announcing here today, which is AlamoBOOKS Plus, which will take that other impediment to success, which is cost. So I want to thank our board for their visionary leadership. I want to thank my colleagues for day in, day out, backing up our students and our faculty. And I want to thank Barnes & Noble College for this strategic partnership. Thank you, Mark, to you and your team. And I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. George Raley. Thank you all for being here. This is an exciting day for all of us.
Thank you, Dr. Flores. Now I'm going to introduce someone who represents the reason why we're doing what we're doing. Talia Christian, born in South Africa and a resident of San Antonio. Talia is the student trustee alternate for Alamo College's district and the primary student representative of Northeast Lakeview College. She is currently pursuing a double major in philosophy and psychology with intent to pursue psychiatric and educational reform practices. She's going to change the world. Please help me in welcoming Talia to say a few words. Talia.
Good morning and hello everyone. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Talia Christian and I'm a proud Northeast Lakeview College student and student trustee alternate for the Alamo Colleges district. As a student leader, I take pride that the district listens and puts students first when making decisions. This past year, I've appreciated the district addressing the digital divide, such as providing laptop loaners and hotspots and park and learn access across its campuses. And I truly appreciate that the district will be providing free textbook rentals to our students for the spring 2022 and summer 2022 semesters. Alamo Books Plus has been a long time in the making, and I am proud to have been part of the focus group sessions along with faculty and staff. As a student, I know that textbooks can be costly, and I'm glad that the district recognizes this as a solution for helping students. It is often that my peers don't get textbooks because they can't afford it. It's the reality for a lot of students. This will help our students have one less thing to stress about. This money is that students will save, this $1,500 that we speak of. Students can use it to fulfill other needs. Maybe they buy their own personal laptop, or they're able to maintain their car that helps them get from home to school. Or maybe they're able to go to the doctor and take care of their health, because when your health is taken care of, you're able to succeed in school. And so this opens up so many possibilities in terms of student expenses. Most importantly, it guarantees that every student will have what they need to be successful in the classroom. On behalf of our students, thank you to the district, to our chancellor, to our board of trustees. Thank you so much for launching Alamo Books Plus, and to all the faculty and staff that also worked into planning out the logistics of how this would work. Thank you so much for putting students first. Thank you.
Thank you, Talia. So I'd like to introduce our partner, and their company is helping make this happen. You can see this beautiful bookstore here to your left as a visible evidence of this work. So Mark Eckert, thank you and your company for helping us make this possible. Mark is the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships for Barnes & Noble College. Mark.
Thank you, Dr. Raley, Dr. Sprague, Board of Trustees, Chancellor Flores, and Student Trustee Alternate Talia. Good morning. I am Mark Eckhart, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships with Barnes & Noble College, and I am thrilled to be here today to celebrate the launch of Alamo Books Plus program on the beautiful St. Philip's College campus. As a Texan, I was thrilled when Barnes & Noble College was chosen to operate your campus bookstores. But it gives me even greater pleasure that we are partnering to introduce Alamo Books Plus to thousands of Texas students, helping them to succeed in the classroom and beyond. We know that empowering students for success begins with access to course materials, and the free Alamo Books Plus program will help alleviate financial pressures often associated with pursuing higher education. The Alamo Books Plus program provides a modern concierge approach to course material delivery, ensuring students have access to their learning materials before the first day of class, and addresses student needs through affordability, access, and convenience. This program will not only benefit Alamo students, but also faculty, as faculty can now take comfort in knowing that every student in every class will have immediate access to the materials that they need to succeed. I can tell you that Barnes & Noble College has seen firsthand what a difference inclusive access programs can make when students are prepared for class. And the Alamo Books Plus program will enable even more students to succeed in the classroom and beyond. On behalf of Barnes & Noble College, I would like to thank the Alamo College's District Board of Trustees for passing an initiative that will help change the lives of thousands of students in the greater San Antonio area. And thank you to Alamo College's district for this incredible opportunity to partner with such a forward-thinking and innovative institution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. This was a family effort, and I truly say family. All of us here in our district, from our IT department, to Gary standing back there representing our procurement department, and Diane with our finance, our college presidents, vice presidents, deans, our faculty, our students, as Talia mentioned, we talked to them a lot. A faculty committee that met for more than a year, and we still continue to meet to focus on this effort of improving access for materials for students. We're truly committed to this effort. I'd like to thank my Associate Vice Chancellors, Dr. Dowden and Ruth, and in particular, Philip, thank you for your efforts because you were leading those committees and getting information from our students and doing the work that many of us don't see behind the scenes, but it's happening. So this was truly a team effort from everybody across our entire district, and it's really all for Talia, our students. So thank you for being here today.
Dr. Ray, I have a question. Since this is a new effort to help our students, what assurance do we have from Mark and Barnes and Noble College that we will have an adequate supply of books, since everybody's now going to have this rental ability? How do we protect our students to make sure that they get their books in a timely fashion? All right, has that been built in?
The procurement of that piece, yes, we've considered that, and I think Mark can speak to that better than I, because they're the ones that are doing the procuring.
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. Absolutely. We've worked very closely together, ensuring that we have the data interfaces, so we already know or will know as soon as students register how many students will be in each section of each class, which for any printed material, we already have the data. So we already know how many copies to order. You have our full commitment that we will have everything on hand for all students that need the materials.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? Thanks everyone for being here. This is very exciting. And thanks for everyone who played a part in making this come to fruition for our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ray.